Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So the new lockbox is here, the Dragon Cult lockbox, and it has a new look. It's legendary. Now this box is unique to all others, except taking a lot of inspiration from the Nox box we had about half a year ago. We can see all the different rewards that can drop within there, some pretty neat stuff, even legendary dragon keys that's unique, along with those overload enchantments, which are usually limited to just events. Now you can see after you open a certain amount, you're guaranteed to obtain these rewards. We can see this is a companion pack, which pretty deceivingly makes you think the Dragonbone blades can drop from there, and then they can, but you're most likely just going to get a companion, whether that be green up to epic. But at least you have an extra chance of it dropping there. And after 100, you can get then the Nightfire Dragonet at an extra chance from this box, but otherwise just a random amount up to legendary quality. Then 1000 trade bars after 150, a coal emote after 200, and after 250 you're guaranteed to get the choice pack of the Dragonet or the Dragonbone blades, and you can see those rewards there. And getting this after 250 is pretty reasonable, since the drop rates are that. They are as such that the drop rates you see in the tooltip here show that you can get 1 in 250, and that's the drop chance of every standard lockbox that we've had in the past as well. It's always been 1 in 250, so nothing new there. The thing that is new, well, we go and open one, you only get 1 reward versus what you'd have with other lockboxes. You got 3 rewards, including guaranteed all the time trade bars. These lockboxes are different in regards to not giving trade bars, but in my opinion, they're something new, which is good, and you shouldn't be like, oh, where's my trade bars, yada yada. They're an entirely different box. If you need trade bars, open the previous lockboxes. We already got a companion, an amount, and some preservation wards. That's already better after just 3 keys than what you would get in a normal lockbox, excluding of course trade bars. And you can of course still get trade bars from these boxes, just not as much. You're getting a bunch of rerolls there. We get 10 in a drop, and you can keep opening more. But the best thing about these lockboxes is the guaranteed drops after opening a certain amount. We get to like 25 of them here, and we can see we guaranteed get 50 mount upgrade tokens. We accidentally passed it there, but you could have seen it there. We've got a Stone of Health now as well. We've got an epic color choice pack. They're usually limited just to the Zen market and the auction house, and you can just keep opening more of those, and you see all those pretty juicy rewards. In my opinion, these are far better lockboxes in terms of the base rewards they drop. Sure, not enough trade bars, but to be honest, trade bars aren't that valuable anymore, other than maybe getting you some insignias and also like consumables. But you can see those certain drops here, and I'm not trying to be favoritism with regards to this box, but already you're getting a bunch of epic mounts, a bunch of companions, and it just overall feels a lot better. It's more like opening Juma bags with a far higher drop rate on companions and all this nice stuff. So I'm going to have to get a bunch more keys. We've got to the 50 mark already, nearly at 75. I want to see what the new artifact set is going to be like. And you can see how you don't have to open them all at once. You can see we come back to it later, and we're now at 71. We got Mythic Bag of Holding. That's pretty neat. And we can keep opening more of these. We've got a second Mythic Bag of Holding. We got to 78 now. We got our guaranteed drop there. We got a legendary Armored Griffin account. There we opened our 100. And after 150, we'll get the trade bars. Bunch of legendary insignias back to back. Pretty neat. Another Mythic Bag. All of those companions and mounts can be really handy, and it's definitely going to populate the auction house with a lot more cheaper options. There we got another legendary mount, and all of these things are of course sellable. Everything unbound. You can get really lucky and get maybe like a companion that's really sought after, like the Tutor or even the Paranoid Delusion. Who knows? We'll see what people drop within these. We have got a whole bunch of legendary stuff now. And here we come up on 200 there, and we guaranteed get our coalescent moat. Now we just have to open another 50, and we guaranteed obtain that choice pack. And I've got enough keys here to be able to get 2 of those choice packs, so we can guaranteed get both those mythic top tier rewards. We can showcase them to you guys. There's our first mythic insignia coming on 250 there. And before we get the top reward, we already got the mythic mount, the Nightfire Dragonnel. We'll display that a little bit later, but let's get to this 250. There we go. And we get the Dragon Cult choice pack popped in the inventory there. We can go and open that, and we can choose whether we want this mount, which we already obtained, and we could choose to get the Dragonbone blades. Meaning, essentially, if you open this box and you spend 250 keys, you're most likely to either get the blades or this mount before even getting this choice pack, like we just did. So now we can choose the Dragonbone blades, and now we essentially got everything that you could get in this lockbox, pretty much. Even a mythic insignia, we were lucky. We can sort through the stuff here. You can see all those overloads you're getting there. That's really handy, but we did open 250 keys, so should be expecting pretty decent rewards. You can see all those different mounts and companions here as well. Still getting some vouchers there. Overall, I think this lockbox will help new players quite a lot, as you're getting so many different mounts and companions, and just initially getting that bolster up is a big boost. Regardless of how good those companions and mounts are, just being able to get them here and either have the choice to sell them for a bit of profit or keep them for just some bolster is pretty helpful. And it's like any other lockbox, you can still get all these rewards as outside of any of these chants. Now, what I want to know is, if I open one more lockbox, will this reset, or will I have obtained the guaranteed drops? Yes, it all resets. So now if we inspect the box, yes, you can go through the entire bar again, getting up to your maximum tier rewards again if you wanted to spend that many keys on the box. However, I will admit that opening this lockbox is a serious hit to the amount of trade bars you normally would obtain. This box doesn't drop many trade bars at all, and trade bars are a massive help for newer players just to get those upgrade tokens for your companions and also your mounts, so you can at least then upgrade the mounts and companions that you want. And you would of course save those trade bars for a discount and buy those upgrade tokens even cheaper. Now, that doesn't mean the older lockboxes are going away. They will still be available in game en masse. There are so many populated in the game. It's just whether or not people actually post them on the auction house for other people or not. But at least the option is there to open a box where you know you will get a certain amount of rewards after using a certain amount of keys. I like that idea, and I like the introduction to the unique rewards within this. There's a lot of useful stuff here. But let's move on to showcasing these top tier rewards, the Dragonnel and the blades. We'll bind this mount here. It's account wide, so you'll be able to get on all your characters if you wanted to. There we have our Nightfire Dragonnel. Gives us Mystic Fireball, which is really nothing special, and we'll also showcase that a little bit later, and it gives you opportunistic with combat advantage. We can ride around on it just here. The animation to mount up looks like so, bunch of fire, and you're on it. It has those wings which do flap a bit, especially when you press spacebar, and otherwise, again, it's like any of those mounts with wings. Doesn't look so bad. The wings maybe a bit of copy and paste from what you'd have with those infernal wings from nearly 3 years ago from the Jubilee, but otherwise I think they did pretty good with the animation on it. It's not too bad. I'm just not a fan of the color scheme. If we could recolor mounts, that would be pretty awesome. And you can see there's the mythic one just sitting there. There's no legendary variant as you'd normally have just here. We should have just stuck two of them here like this, but alas. And we can go check out the new artifact set as well. That's just here, Dragonbone blades. We can click equip on that, and that gives us all these 3 pieces. If you could of course sell it before opening it, but now it's bound to my account, and we can have a look at the entire set just here. And what's really awesome is the artifact comes on mythic. There will be no upgrading of this entire thing needed. So you can see it's pretty much just a copy and paste of the old Wyvern set, which is not bad at all. Whenever you cast a daily power, you cause a rune on the ground, and this rune empowers you with 5% power, 5% crit severity, and 5% outgoing damage. It's mainly the outgoing damage that you're looking at. And otherwise, the artifact itself is like the Wyvern knives, very good bonus of increasing the damage that enemies take by 12% and also reducing the damage they deal by 12%. And if this stacks with the Wyvern Knives, that's a very good bonus. We can jump to our dummies here. We can cast our artifact and see what that looks like. And it's pretty much the same animation as you have with the Wyvern Knives. I didn't expect any different. As for the mount itself, let's get rid of our companion. We go in combat, we cast it, and you just summon your Drake, which is going to spit fire on the ground there and cause an area that's going to deal damage over time for a short period. So okay in AoE, but I wouldn't call it really anything special, as the magnitude is only 600 and the dot is only 77. Sure, it could be used down the line for proccing other things, but who knows. With that said, the set bonus itself is really high item level, 1800, gives constitution on the neck, and on the waist it gives dexterity and intelligence. Overall, I think healers could definitely make use of this bonus just to buff allies' damage by a bit, and if they don't have their own power and crit severity capped, it would help as well. The unfortunate thing is it doesn't last very long. We'll go and activate our daily power, and we can see when we do cast that daily power, we create this area on the ground there, the rune, and when you stand in it, you get the buff corresponding to that rune effect. And it lasts about 10 seconds before it's gone again. The really good thing about this set is you'll be able to claim it again on all your characters. So all your alts can have this mythic set. You can see you can just claim the box again. Now you won't be selling it or anything. The second box you get there from claiming is bound to your account. We can open it, which is again a bit silly, but they're all the pieces there account bound, and you can move them then to your other characters, or just the box in general, or just claim it on those other characters. Overall, I really like the rework to the lockboxes, just with the aspect of having guaranteed drops, but otherwise you still have a chance to obtain all these mythic things while you're just regularly opening the box like any other lockbox. There's no reduction on the chance. Other than that, of course, you have a much lower count in the rewards that you obtain, but I think the value of them is much higher. So with that, that's the showcase of the new lockbox, what you can obtain in it, and here's our new mythic mount with our new mythic set. With that said, if I presented this well, consider leaving the video a like. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. We'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.